All right, hello everybody. This is Ventress. I I've been feeling a little bit under the weather, and so I'm going to take a little bit of a break from Ethan Carter because I am a little nasally. Hurts a little bit to talk, um, and I don't want that to kind of affect the immersion of Ethan Carter when it's very much um, a different sort of a game. So if I end up going into a coughing fit or sniffling, something like that, don't really want you guys to deal with that. So today I'm going to show you another game that I have been playing, Ark Survival Evolved. Um, this is a survival game and a building game with a whole lot of fun involved. So here we go. I'm staring out at the water. You can see my hands, and actually, this is the island. Um, it's got several different habitats, not other habitats, but different climates different that are on here. It is currently raining. The big thing about Ark is that the biggest feature is dinosaurs. Um, so you are on a island. It's or kind of a series of islands here, but it's pretty much one big island, and you are sent with nothing, literally nothing. You have your hands, you have no, and pretty much a diaper that you are wearing, and you start off collecting resources and building structures, building tools, building weapons, building armor. So I figured I'd show you what me, my wife, my best buddy, what we've been working on over the past couple of weeks. Now we've actually started over. This is the third time, um, and we tend to gravitate towards this same area here. We like kind of at least starting here and figuring out what else where we go from there. Um, yeah, this game has a lot of customization to it. Obviously, you can kind of build whatever you want to in a world like this. So, um, this is home. So let me jump on my pterodactyl. This one's name is Pikachu. You can see it's got my saddle here. You can jump on and start flying around to get you a better view. So this is kind of our main home. This is where a lot of our tools are. This is where a bulk of our dinosaurs are hanging out right now. Um, we've got a couple of pterodactyls. We've had some other larger birds, prehistoric birds, the Argentavis. Um, that died. That was a bad. That was an awkward time. What we have here is our uh, Sarcos, whoops, which are um, a prehistoric crocodile. You can see they are massive. Um, being that I'm not a small person, this is what I look like, um, to be sure. So I'm pretty big, um, and this would eat me just about whole. So over here we have Triceratops, and what are these guys called? I don't know. Um, I forgot what they're called. We use it for fertilizer for our crops over here, so that is literally all we use that for. We've got an ankylosaurus over here, and a saddle, so we can go riding around there. This is our Triceratops over here, another Triceratops rather. We do need it to get a female though. We used to have a female. Um, I'd like to point out that Ark right now is in alpha still, so it is not a perfect game. Um, it's far from a perfect game, but it is still ridiculously fun. Um, and there's some flaws to it, but they're always working on it. Um, One of the major flaws was, and sometimes still is, that your dinosaurs that you have tamed have fallen through the world, and they don't really go anywhere. They kind of sometimes go to coordinates 50-50 on the map, and sometimes they just disappear entirely. Um, so it's don't get too attached to your dinosaurs. They are fighting for you. They are working for you. Um, so it's kind of one of those. You tame them, you love them, and when they die, you do feel really bad, but you try to get past that. So what I'm doing real quick, and before I go and show you kind of in depth of all the house, I'm going to show you our other location, which isn't too far away. Um, this was oh, I left the door open. I'm great. Um, so yeah, if you thought that gate was big, this is a behemoth gate. That's called the dinosaur gate. That's called the behemoth gate. Um, Triceratops are probably about the biggest thing that you can fit into a dino gate. However, when you've got T-Rexes that are yours, that hang out, and Carnosaurs, whoops, little fast, and Carnosaurs, um, they need something a little bit bigger. Otherwise, it's just excuse me, uh, T-Rex won't even fit into it. A Carno you have problems with. Shy of dinosaurs, we also have a lot of other just really badass creatures, kind of top of the food chains throughout history. So we've got a saber-toothed tiger and a raptor over there. We also have a nice stone mansion over here. Nothing really too much going on inside of there. We kind of built it and then didn't really know what we wanted to do. So that's that there. We got a great little waterfall here and little walkway to walk across to get over to this side, and a random storage cabinet over here. So that's what we have going on over here, and shoot back home. You know what? I'm gonna close this gate. Not that these guys couldn't take it out. These are kind of my highest. All my predators are pretty much over here, except for the Sarcos over at the other location. So let's ride Pikachu back over here. I am about to starve. So we're about to see some of the. If you look in the lower left-hand corner of the screen, oh, there it comes back. There is a little fire emblem here. What kind of makes this game a survival game, shy of don't get killed by dinosaurs, is that you got to eat, you have to stay cool, or you have to stay warm. Because like I said, there's different. Oh, that's a little bit of rubber banding there. Again, part of the issue with being an alpha game. So, so you got to stay warm. You got to stay cool because there are different climates and different areas here. You can see up to the north there, that mountain up there. That's clearly a tundra, a very snowy area. They didn't have that right away. They added that into the game a little bit later. No houses are not normally pink when you build them, nor is your armor blue. You can add dyes to it, so it's really customizable. You can also paint your dinosaurs with your different dyes. Kind of the sky's the limit. You can literally do whatever you want to on there, so that's always really cool. What was I doing? I closed that gate, came back here. These gates, there's really not a whole lot for predators spawn over in this area, which is why I built this here. Oh, that's right, survivaling. So heat, cool, and if you look on the right-hand side, there are some icons. The up arrow with the plus, that's how close you are to leveling. You've got the very large weight, that is how encumbered you are. As you approach that being filled, you move slower and slower until eventually you just stop until you drop some of your gear. Underneath that is water. You need to stay hydrated throughout here. So you either need to carry water. Berries that you eat will also provide water for you. But if you are very, very hot and you stay very, very hot, your water will go down very, very fast. If your water goes all the way down, you will start to lose your life, and you start to lose it pretty quickly. Especially if you didn't have water to drink to begin with, and that's why you were dehydrated. By the time you get some, it could be too late. Underneath that, you will see that you've got a little some beef there. Let me take a look in my inventory here. I only have spoiled meat on me, so I had some cooked meat yesterday, but it did spoil. So we are going to actually we're going to steal from our animals. We got a feeding trough over here. Oh yeah, plenty of berries. So I'm gonna take some berries out of here, and I'm gonna eat real quick. So it's you can make the game. There's a lot of settings that you can do in this game. You can turn food up, food down, dehydration up or down. A lot of different settings like that. You try not to mess with them too much, because otherwise, then why are you playing a survival game? We actually have it so, and we really don't need to. I've got this changed right now so that it is, you know what, I want to be in there, so that it is a little bit less on dehydration, because that can happen pretty fast. But I also eat a lot. Just in general, because we have such a easy access to berries. But berries do go pretty quickly. You can also cook meat once you kill an animal. They provide you meat. You got to cook it. You can eat it raw, but I think it makes you sick anyway. I really have never eaten raw meat to kind of discover. One thing I hate about parking my Sarcos here is that I trip over their tails, and that's really annoying. Oh, these are Dilophosauruses. For those of you who don't remember what Dilos are, those are the ones in the original Jurassic Park, where Dennis Nedry is trying to steal all of the embryos that he drops when his car breaks down in the water, in the rain, that it spits in his face and then kills him inside the Jeep. So those are Dilos. So those are all over the place. Totally scary when you are first starting off and you have nothing but fists and maybe a stick. As you approach the teens and 20s in level, they're not really so scary. But they do blind you, so they do have that bit in here. What I'm doing is I am flying to another small location, because I actually left some of my gear over there by accident last time. So we're heading over there. We're flying almost all the way across the island, because I started to... let's see if I can show you. Okay, this is the island. I've got most of it uncovered. You can see we are over in the left-hand corner. You have a fog of war. You can see in the upper right-hand corner where, if you haven't gone there yet, you don't know what it looks like. You don't know what's there. Also, you can make your own compass. And go from there, but you don't start off with a compass. It doesn't point what direction you're facing in. So when you start off, when you start running a direction, you try to look at your map and figure out which way you've been running. Again, it adds to that survival factor. Pretty cool. This game can run on a lot of different machines. You do not need to have a fantastic machine to run it. That's not why they made the game. It can be. You can have a machine that's fantastic, and it will and turn your settings up as absolutely as high as they can, and it'll look great. If you don't have that one, you can turn your settings down and still have a great time in it. Especially if you're used to playing Minecraft. There's a lot of aspects of this game that are similar to Minecraft when it comes to building. You're gathering your resources. You're building piece by piece everything. So if you're used to Minecraft where you've got cubes, this game is pretty much, even at its lowest settings, is one of the prettiest games as far as that's concerned. I keep getting sidetracked here. So yeah, as far as other survival mechanisms, the lightning bolt is your stamina. If you look, I'm not really running right now. However, my pterodactyl is, so you got the same sets of stats up on top, and you can see that the stamina for my dactyl is slowly draining down. We've got some points in the stamina though, and pterodactyls move pretty fast, so we'll get there relatively quick. And then underneath that is a giant plus sign. That is the health bar. As it goes down, you go down. So approaching pretty quickly here. Again, there's a ton of things to look at. I think I've got to go a little bit farther north. I just started this other location. It will not be impressive. It's some sticks. The reason why I built this, or that I'm starting an area over here, is so I can actually tame some things that are on the opposite side of the island from me. Actually, if we look down, these are called beacons. White ones are the easiest one to get. There's different colors. Different colors indicate different levels that you need to be to in order to open them. They have some supplies. There's supply drops. There's supply crates. They are. Down here, you can see there is a Spinosaur, which is pretty big critter, pretty scary. It's got a hurting on it though, because there is a lot of dilos, and it just bit it. So that goes to show you that, frankly, a swarm is much better sometimes than one big dino. That has that a bunch of dilos fighting it. I forget the name of the small bird animals attacking it. So yeah, circle of life right there. So this game does scale really well. If you fly up in the air, looks great. Fly back down, looks really nice too. Game in general, when loading, prioritizes dinosaurs because that's kind of the purpose, or it's kind of what you need to be able to look at to stay alive quite often. So before it tries to render every single blade of grass for you, you'll be able to see a dinosaur if there's one there in general beforehand. Now, if the dinosaur's there and you just don't see it, that's your own fault. That's a green supply drop over there. In general, we've got everything out of those. Let's see if I'm getting close. I'm a map checker, me, so sorry if I check that too many times for your liking, but don't have everything memorized quite yet. Well, looks like I leveled up. Let me take a look. Nope, not me. Excuse me. My bird leveled up. My pterodactyl Pikachu here leveled up. So we'll have to take a look. Now you level up and your dinos level up. Whether you're fighting, they can level up through, as well as building. Building things is the quickest way to level up in this game. So let's land here. I told you it was nothing to be excited about, but I wanted to show you kind of what it was to fly like and take a look around here. So this is my fantastic bed. If you die, your body lays there. You do not get your stuff. Your stuff is still attached to that body. So what you do is you can either respawn at a random location, and you can kind of choose where you're respawning. There's I'd say about 12 or 15 different spawn points. But they're at relatively easy locations. So if you're in the middle of a pretty hard area, not really going to be a respawn point near you. The other way to get a guaranteed respawn and where you want to respawn is beds. So I've got this glorious bed right over here, the comfiest thing on the island. I've got a campfire here. We can use campfire to cook meat. And to keep warm. Again, the survival part of this game is to not die due to cold or heat. So, get some of my other stuff that was in here. Got my spyglass, got a crossbow, my sickle for harvesting, and my pick. Absolute very first thing you start off with is your stone hat. Well, you don't start off with it, but the first thing you need to build is your stone hatchet. And then you go from there. Yeah. Is it hatchet? No, or pick. I think you start off, actually, no. Excuse me. I think it's a stone pick. I've upgraded to a metal pick. I don't actually like metal hatchets. Um, you've got to repair these metal things at your bench instead of just out in the field. So I still prefer a stone hatchet at this point. Um, so this is your menu screen here. Actually, let me back out from being inside of here. This is your menu screen. This is what we look like without the helmet. We are not pretty. We are pretty ugly, in fact. But we are super buff. So that's what we went with. You can very much change what your character or what your avatar looks like. You can be very, very skinny, very, very tall, very, very short. Um, you're always going to be ripped, though. Either way you look at it. Um, and you will always be ugly. Guy, girl, doesn't matter. So just know that you are not going to be attractive, except you will be just jacked. Do 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 do. So yeah, when you start off with this. Truly, you have nothing when you start off, and you are just punching rocks. So it's kind of nice to know that you've come from everything. You start off and you're gathering fibers so you can make a shirt, for crying out loud, and going from there. So that's what we look like. This is our inventory. If we want to make something, we've got this craftables tab over here. Um, and then you can kind of see they're called engrams. I guess you could call it recipe, if you will. So engram can make a compass, one ladder. Red engrams means that I do not have all the ingredients to make whatever it is. White ones mean that I do on me. It doesn't mean you don't have them in your inventory somewhere or in a storage somewhere else. So you start off with pretty much. I think the only engram is for a stone pick. That's the only engram I think you start off with, and maybe a torch and maybe a campfire. Um, how you learn engrams is by leveling up as we get our experience points. Once we level up, it lets us choose if we want to put points into health, stamina, oxygen, because that ocean that I started off looking at is not just an ocean. There are still lots. There's megalodons. There's other things that I don't even know the name of. There's sharks. There's dolphin-y looking things. Um, there is oil down there to get, so you can turn that into gasoline to run machines. That's how I add lights. So oxygen is important. There's even scuba gear in this game once you get up to that level. Food, it's pretty much how much do you need food. Rather than frankly putting points into food, you could, depending on if you run your own server, you could change those in your server settings when you first start it up. Water is again how quickly or pretty much what your max capacity for water is. Weight, how much you can carry. Melee damage, when you just obviously attack things with either your hands, but more likely probably a pike, um, or some other sort of. There's swords in this game. There's clubs, all that good stuff. Movement speed, just how fast are you running around, kind of all the time. Fortitude. Fortitude is how much you can deal with the elements. How much can you just take dealing with that? And then crafting speed is your last thing you can actually put points into. So obviously, it's if you don't want to take all your time when you craft something, that'll help speed that up. I would frankly never put points into there, but that's just me. And then the last one here, torpor. You can knock each other out in this game. That's actually how you have to trap dinosaurs, is by knocking them out using narcotics or narcoberries. You increase the torpor enough to the point where they pass out, and then you feed them, and then they like you, and then they follow you. Well, there are definitely things in the game that can do it right back to you. So they can knock you out, and then depending on if you've killed them or not, because it takes a little bit for it to take effect. If they've if they knock you out and you haven't killed them, they're just gonna eat you. So, anyhow, again, when you and we hit nighttime, kids. So let's take a look here. Got that. Where is my torch? So, again, it's in general, The nights are pretty bright here. I don't know how well you can see this on stream. I didn't actually, or on this recording. So I hit you up with that's our torch here. So torches, obviously, they light up, um, and they can help keep you warm at least a little bit. They're not the most exciting, or not the best way to keep you warm, but they're better than nothing. So, ton of stars in the sky, as well as quite often, and if I can see it, well, I don't really see a moonrise. Oh, there it is. Moon's up there. Um, so it's pretty light if you're not in the middle of a forest. I'll fly down here a little bit. Now it's raining. So if I do this and then shut off, that's gone. There is nothing there. You see nothing. Um, so that can be pretty darn terrifying. When you are in the middle of a forest, gathering resources, night hits you, you're unawares, um, which it all adds to it. That it's really fun. So flying back home, we'll take a look at some other stuff. Um, Maybe we'll go hunting. Again, I'm keeping this video super simple, just so you can see what a little bit with this game, kind of show you around it. Unfortunately, you can't really see a whole lot of what's going on down here while we're flying back, but everything's still just out here killing each other. That's pretty much all they do. What other creatures are in here? Titan boas, which are giant anaconda boa constrictor things that are terrifying, super fast. Um, we've got woolly mammoths. Oh yeah, then in the tundra area, you've got you still have dinosaurs. You have some really big dinosaurs, but you have woolly mammoths. Saber-toothed tigers are definitely in that area, as well as you've got dire wolves. Dire wolves are really big pack hunters. So if you see one, you're probably going to get hit by another pile of them shortly after, and you're probably not going to survive. And that's if the cold doesn't kill you first. You have to get furs to wear that, or to go to that area. So these big beacons that are in the sky, um, these are pretty much where the bosses are. There's relics hidden all throughout the land. You collect the relics, and that allows you to pretty much unlock some major dinosaur like brood mothers. At least from my understanding, it's super kind of cryptic, which kind of all adds to it. But yeah, you can unlock them there, and then have a big old fight. But you definitely need a lot of people to do that, and a lot of dinosaurs to get back up. Like I said, I haven't really looked too much into that. I'm still really new at this game. It's just it's very, very fun. Can lose a lot of time into it. But they are handy for when you're trying to find out where you are going and you are flying. You can just figure out where you are. Like I know our major areas are just north of the red beacon here. So that's where we're making our way back to. Up here. Now I don't know how well you can see this. Hopefully decent. If you look here, this was added a little bit after the game came out. This is a Quetzal. These guys are huge, can pick up almost anything in the game. I think these guys can pick up mammoths even, which is a little bit broken. It's hard to gauge its size when you're kind of flying up and around it because I'm still actually really far away from it. You get yourself a team, and you can get one of these guys tamed, and you can put giant platforms on these guys' back. This is pretty much a flying base right there. So though that's definitely something that looking and hoping to get one day, but definitely not ready for that. You need a lot of people giving you a hand there, And then once you do, for example, shoot enough trank arrows or trank darts into it, it falls to the ground, and wherever it falls, you have to hope that there's not, for example, a T-Rex sitting right underneath it, because it's going to eat you and everybody around you. Okay. Oh, there we go. Now I know where I am. So, um, this game will go uh, in weapons, for example. This goes to very high tech. This starts off with stone tools, stone weapons, wooden spears, and your hands, um, to sniper rifles, ghillie suits, scuba gear, SWAT armor, um, grenades. Uh, this game does have PvP elements to it. Actually, quite a bit of PvP elements to it. Shy of the fact that you can um, raid other people's property and their gear. You can go to war with people. Um, you can fight each other with your dinosaurs. Um, so yeah, absolutely, a lot of different things. So you don't necessarily have to like building. You don't to love this game. You don't have to be the biggest fan um, of PvP, but they've got elements in there that everybody in general, if you like games, you're gonna like something about this game. So you can see we've put in lights. So we've got um, this here is a generator, um, which powers our lighting. It also powers a refrigerator, which I can never find. It's right in front of it. So we got a refrigerator here. Refrigerators keep things fresh for a very long time. Things spoil very, very quickly because you are pretty much outside or in a jungle. We've got our forge, so we have to mine metals, turn them into ignotes. Um, and then this is our smithy. This is kind of where you start doing a little bit harder, uh, weapons and gear. Firearms is where you get your really basic, simple rifles, simple guns. Whenever you get them for the level that you're at, 60 metal ignotes, and the wooden hide. When you first get this, that's actually pretty expensive, as well as bullets take metal and gunpowder in order to make. So it's definitely not cheap to have a firearm. And then kind of the next step up is the fabricator, which we kind of just got relatively recently. We're just into. You start having assault weapons, for example, and start being able to do um, electronics. I don't know all the engrams for this, but I'm pretty much making polymers so that can make electronics later. Um, with how much there is to learn, whether it's buildings, whether it's weapons, whether it's saddles for your different dinosaurs, um, it helps to have a lot of friends playing, or at least some friends playing, so that you can kind of diversify what you specialize in. I tend to be a little bit more weapons and dinosaur related. Um, my wife is definitely building components, as well as she does the farming quite a bit. As far as what she likes to do, she likes planting and all that stuff. She's the one who built um, all of our wiring here. You can see she built all of um, our irrigation systems. So you can come over here, take a nice tasty drink out of here. So drink water. Now your water goes right up. You can fill canteens, everything from that too, or you use them for your nice crop plots. So that's that. So this is kind of a first look at Ark Survival Evolved from my perspective. Um, we didn't go hunting yet. Let's go hunting real quick. We'll go kill some things. Sorry about that. Could have done that much earlier, but at least we got through a night. I've got our night cycles turned down. That stupid dino tail. Seriously. I've got our night cycles turned down a little bit. so that they're shorter than the days for sure. Um, just because I like the survival element. If I'm out caught out and it's dark outside, I definitely want to have that challenge. But I don't want to make that every single portion of what I'm doing playing the game having an equally long day and night cycle. It's up to you though. You could go vampire style so that you are always um, at nighttime. I mean, that's a huge challenge. So this game is kind of as realistic or as challenging as you want it to be. So let's grab everybody here. You can select things individually, or you can whistle for them once you've tamed them. Got the behemoth gate. Let's see what we got going on here. Okay, not you. Okay, follow me. What do you do? Oh, good. I'm looking at you, T-Rex. What are you doing on that side? How did you even get there? Again, one of the things about it's not perfect all the time. You know, you gotta try to get dinosaurs to follow you. Which I expect in real life, if dinosaurs could follow you, would probably be pretty annoying anyway. So somehow a T-Rex, which shouldn't be able to get on the other side of this, did. And I've got my pterodactyl that I accidentally whistled to follow me as well. So what are you? Oh, you're a little monkey. You can tame the monkeys. It's a thing. How am I gonna get you out of here? So spike walls stop dinosaurs. They stop people too. They totally can be destroyed. But when it comes to just your easiest, your first way of kind of protecting an area, spike walls the way to go. It's kind of the first thing that you lay down with. First thing that you lay down when you're building these things. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get them out without actually destroying a section of them, which is okay. What are you doing? I should just put a saddle on him one day, but I don't think I'm high enough. I'm not high enough to put a saddle on him. I think once I hit 60, I can put a saddle on him. You better now? I don't think he'll be able to get through, but I'll try. No, he's sad. All right. Come through here. Oh, come on. There we go. I don't want to know how you got over there. I don't care how you got over there. Okay. Enable following. You can whistle individually. I'm not that good yet, though. Enable following and enable following. Okie dokie. So, carnivorous animals are the ones that are willing to attack you. Herbivores will not. That's kind of the rule of thumb here. So this valley is actually pretty close to us, and it always has some good predators in there. You know, sometimes you feel guilty for just going out and killing every herbivore you find. Sometimes when you're just hunting for food, got no problem with that and doing it. But let's see if we can find something nasty here. So you see, they are way faster than me. When it comes to just me running, I don't have saddles on any of them. I could put a saddle on the Raptor. I never really got around to it. You can name your animals anything you want. Clearly, being that my Raptor's name is Whitney Houston. Um, all right. So at this point, you know, here's a Dilo. Hit it once. And they pretty much take care of that instantaneously. You can set them on passive. You can set them on aggressive. Aggressive means that they're going to literally just hunt down and kill anything that they see. Is it even there anymore? No. They will eat it if you let them. So if you just attack something, they'll eat it and in general do all the collecting for you. So you do not lose the products that animals drop. Animals will drop meat, hides, a lot of other stuff in there. You can see right there at the top, they are killing, there we go. They're just killing some bugs earlier. What's going on my screen is that I'm blinded, but fortunately I'm out here with just a ton of guys who got my back, so I really don't have to worry about it at this point. As you run around, they will take care of pretty much all this stuff and eat it. And then when you check your animals inventory, they will have already pretty much skinned it, or if there's chitin, for example, they'll have gotten that for you. All right, we got a Carno over here. We got some good stuff. We're gonna have some good fights over here. That's a Raptor there. Is the Scorpion going to try to come up here? Well, it's trying to. What I'm doing right now is I'm hitting it with trank arrows. If we can quick tame one, that would be fine. If it gets too close to the other dinosaurs, they will kill it while it's trying to be tamed. So you kind of gotta do that carefully when it comes to taming these guys. And that is down. Hey guys, who's got some meat on him? Split that with me, big guy. Oh, that might just be dead. That might just... No, it's not. Okay. Max inventory. Put in some narcotics. We put in some meat. Call it a day. So you see we've got two bars. The purple bar slowly falls down. That is how unconscious it is. There's the brown bar below, which is how tamed it is. So it looks like we're gonna tame a scorpion, a Pulmonus scorpius. So that's kind of cool. We do have to protect it because right now it's our friend. So our other dinosaur buddies are not worried about it. They're not trying to kill it. And we have our dino buddies set on neutral so that if something else starts to attack us or it, that they will just like whatever's attacking right now, probably just compies. So if something else is trying to attack us or it, they're going to kill it for us, and they're going to protect our hopefully our new friend here, who looks like he's coming along just fine. Taming is one of those things in the game that you can do. You can set higher or lower. Compies attack in packs, and they are too afraid to attack you one at a time. So it never will. But if you see one and you attack it, you can be almost guaranteed that you will see another 4, 5, 6 of them. And if you are unprepared or under-leveled, they will destroy you. But I was saying you can change in your settings on your server how quick you want taming to go or not to go, depending on what sort of realism you want. I've on the couple other iterations that I've played, I've sat 4 hours while I waited for a Triceratops to tame, which was cool because it was very realistic. I loved that Triceratops, and then it got killed, and then I said, okay, that's not really something that I need to sit there and wait around for 3 hours for. So I turned it up significantly to make that a little bit easier. This is also a very low level. This is only a level 16. We'll teach him as things go on. I'm gonna quick give him some more narcotic. He actually dropped some levels here. So we've almost got this guy tamed. We should have actually attacked something bigger first. Actually, one of these other carnivores, and given him the prime meat for it, and then he would have tamed even quicker than this. Which this is a very fast tame because he's not anything exciting, and he would have gotten a lot more levels. So this is a very what we would say a very inefficient tame. You see, tame effectiveness is 8.6. I didn't really think I was going to tame anything, so I wasn't really thinking about it. So yeah, our guys are keeping us safe here right now while we keep an eye out. Obviously, the bigger the thing is, the higher level it is, the longer your tames take, and definitely the more dangerous that they are. Oh, is he out of food? He is out of food. Hold up. That's why he's untaming. You got, I need your food. So, little guy's hungry. Alright, who else has food on him? I'm going to take your food. You got food. That's also why we're hunting. So yeah, this was a horrible tame as far as how good we took care of this guy. That's our own fault. And we've tamed one. What should we name a scorpion? Let's be ironic and name him Sub-Zero, because that's what we do. I like to name things after celebrities or other things, because that's what I do. So yeah, we named our scorpion Sub-Zero because we're ironic. So you see his health is a little bit low because we were, attacking him to begin with. You got to be careful that you don't kill your tame when you are trying to tame it. You feed it a bunch. You give it some narcotics. Access inventory. Take my narcotic back. Keep the meat, and he will start to regenerate pretty darn quickly. So let's get these guys a bunch of food. Oh well, hey friend. Do. Yeah, you guys are gonna die. Well, sometimes you think you can get a good fight in first. Oh, careful. Now these guys will not cleave each other, so you can pretty much let your guys set to. Uh-oh, Whitney Houston was killed. We lost our raptor. We lost a raptor today. Whitney Houston, it's too soon. It's too soon. Actually didn't really expect that, especially not from a Dilo, but she must have been pretty low. Anyway. So here we go. We've got some prime meat. So if we would, we'd go and tame something else. So this is a little bit gruesome to show you a first thing of how to harvest. So yeah, we're adding materials here on the server again because I like to harvest, but I do not need to spend all my time just gathering resources. We've turned the server gather rate up as well as the respawn rate up for where we are playing. Okay, so we turned down the nighttime. We turned up the resource rate. We turned up the tame speed. So yeah, we made some things easier. What we did on our server though, that we were playing on, is we made the dinosaurs a lot stronger, to kind of make up for that. We understand what we did. Yeah, that one's a level 16, but I could easily walk around and see a level 40 or 50 or 116. Easily, kind of all in the same areas. So when you initially spawn into the game and you might see a level, 12 or lower 4s, and instead you're seeing 50s here and there, so you really have to dodge well. It's only really because I am followed by these pack of friends that I am feeling this brave to just kind of walk around and do this, but that's that's what you get for having tamed Carnosaurs and T-Rexes. It's getting foggy around here. When it gets too hot or humid, definitely gets foggy in the area. So that's something you kind of have to deal with. It's kind of cool. Oh, that was it. Anyway. Everyone here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wish I didn't lose a raptor. Frankly, I like raptors. They're kind of one of my favorites. Well, we can start heading back. I don't hear nearly enough things stomping after me. Everybody, I'm missing a T-Rex. Hangest. Oh, there he is. He's stuck on a thing. There you go, buddy. Yeah, some dinosaurs are just more unwieldy than others. T-Rexes can be because they have very large turning radiuses. Stegosauruses are horrible. Never try to get a Stegosaurus to follow you. Just build the saddle and mount it and go. That's like the worst thing ever. They've got the worst turning radius. Ooh, it's a Yeti. There's Yetis in this game. He's even in the fog, so he's just like all of his pictures tell. The little Sasquatch guy there. Yeah, normally this valley proper actually has some more dangerous creatures than a single dilo. Oh, a little bit of rubber banding there. So that was not the video. That was just the game snapping us back. You see over here we've got these spike walls. That's actually where I tamed Hengist, our friend T-Rex. That I had surrounded him once he was down, just to keep him protected, because I was doing that pretty much on my own. And what do we got going on? Oh, it's a bunch more dilos. Whatever. Had him surrounded there, broke him out and took him on home. So I kind of leave that there. You'll do that a lot when you're taming bigger creatures. You got to set up camp sometimes in order to get them tamed. I think he took almost 100 arrows just to get downed, and then a whole lot of feeding after that. Everyone's still here. 1, 2, 3. Where is... I'm missing a saber tooth. Missing a saber tooth. Come on. Where did we lose him? Where did we lose the saber-toothed tiger? Okie dokie. You still have all you guys. By the way, IMF Palitime and Hengist are named after two of my favorite streamer and YouTubers. They stream with the TGN Squadron, and really are two influences that actually got me brave enough to do a recording or two here and be willing to talk to you guys, just watching them. So actually, that's a group that I watch a lot. So I wouldn't doubt if I end up having... We still got everybody there? Yeah, I wouldn't doubt if I end up having a lot more named after members of the Squadron. I think they're great. So, yeah, if you're wondering who those names are. Arnett, mostly celebrities. Going through. Here's a fight going on. What's a Scorpid friend? What do we want to do? Let's get involved. Let's get involved. Let's do bad things. I've been tranquilized. That'll probably be fine. What I actually want is I want everybody's things. Hey, get away from me. I don't want you fighting me. You are fighting me. So, these turtle guys are super tanky. Wouldn't necessarily know. Well, you kind of would know by looking at it. They're not real attack heavy, but they'll fight you for so long. They will fight you for so long that you. Oh, that's mine. Whoopsies. Oh no, who's fighting? Okay. They'll fight you for so long that that they'll eventually kill you if you're low level and not really expecting it. So, frankly, they don't attack you, so just kind of stay out of their way. Stay out of their way. Hey, buddy, stab me in the face. You do also have to be careful. Some critters are really good at running away. And your tames will simply chase them off cliffs and into water where they can drown. So again, something that you got to pay attention to. What are you doing? Apparently they wanted to stand over there. That's weird. Yeah, that's definitely something I don't understand, is what the AI is doing when you let's level these guys up. What the AI is kind of thinking when you whistle to stop following you. They will run into corners, which I understand kind of can definitely make it easier. Oh, you should level up too. Makes it easier to kind of have pathways, but sometimes they just run away on you, and flyers are even worse. Flyers will literally run around your head and not do anything. So he got quite a bit of things. Okay, I'll take that too. He's doing fine. And then what is our Carno doing over here? Can't. Okay, let's do that way. We built kind of a double wall for extra security, but sometimes it just annoys you. See if that will help. Not so much really now. Okay. You out, get your chitin and hide, keratin 2. Level you up. I like to have everything at least over 1,000 health. To prevent it from dying. I'm gonna have to go the other way. There we go. Alright. Close up my gates. So, yeah, we'll shoot back home. So, we lost a raptor, gained a scorpion. Scorpions actually can be useful for taming things. I've never done it, but because they can add torpor, so they can kind of act as something to help you tame in a fight. So you can actually kind of go hunting with them a little bit safer than maybe some of the other animals could, or at least they're helping you tame whatever it is when they're attacking. I haven't really done a whole lot or read or seen a whole lot on that, though, so I wouldn't necessarily go everything on there. So, level you up. Good job. Pterodactyls really don't have a whole lot for health anyway, so don't really bother putting it into there. Normally you want them to go probably into weight and into stamina, weight, and movement speed are probably the 3 that you want for them. They shouldn't really ever be in a fight anyway. They're your mount. If you need to, they can also carry items for you, but because it's just going to be a lesson of futility to add a whole lot of weight, I do it just so I can carry more when I'm on them. Again, you can add damage if you want a super tanky one, or a super attacky one, you can. Otherwise, movement speed and stamina to just be able to fly farther, faster, and longer. So stamina up. So this is Ark Survival Evolved, a really basic overlook at it. Kind of just scratched a few things that kind of happened in here. Looks like the sun might be starting to set here, so it's probably a good time to hold off and stop this video and maybe build something and go from there. So tell me what you guys think of Ark. I'd like to hear your feedback, say maybe some suggestions, what you'd like to see in here, different things you'd like me to tame or build, all that good stuff. So let me know what you'd like to do. Thanks, and we'll see you in the next one.